Hello, my name is Feints and welcome to myboxingcoach.com. Today I want to talk you through what I describe as a game changer skill. When my boxers develop this capability, I always feel a great sense of relief because I know that they're going to have options, that they're going to be able to compete, that they've had an awakening, they've unlocked something that will really help take them to the next level. So I'm going to go through that in a moment. Before that, if you're on a boxing journey and you're looking to make your fitness the best it can be, download my book, The Beginner Boxer Toolkit, and work out how to get the right mindset, get 4 tips for building fantastic speed, the 5 building blocks of punch power, and learn the 10 core skills. 64 pages, packed full of insight and help to guide you on your journey. There's a link down below and I'll provide a link at the end of the video. Well worth your time. Okay, so this skill, the game changer skill, the skill that signifies an awakening. And I like to think boxing is a pressure business. If you're not punching, you should be feinting, and if you're not feinting, you should be punching. So feinting is a key tactic, a key skill in any boxer's arsenal. 3 basic types of feint. The first one is the foot feint, and it looks a little something like this. Okay, so we feint at the edge of range. There's no use feinting at close range, really. Occasionally do it, but if you're in range, throw punches. Who knew? At the edge of range, this is about initiating, and the foot feint, where you just plant that foot forward, try and convince the opponent that you're going to move in, is a really key skill because you get them to commit. And then obviously when you've triggered a feint, when you've got the opponent to do something, it then helps to throw a shot after it. Something like this. Right, so edge of range, really important. You've got to sell it. You've got to make that opponent think that you're coming for them, and that's what really gets them to do something. The second type of feint then is a hand feint. Watch. So we've got that hand feint. So you feint with either hand. Again, you've got to make it convincing. You've got to try and trigger the opponent. After the hand feint then, you can pick one of a range of shots. And after this, watch this little clip and then I'll talk you through some of your options. So you can feint and then fire the same shot. So it's like a delayed arrival of the punch. One, trigger the defense and then fire the shot. You can feint with one hand and fire with another. Or indeed you can feint and then change trajectory. So you can feint and throw a hook. Feinting the jab is fantastic because often it'll cause an opponent to do a hand defense, leaving a little opening. Even a well-executed hand defense leaves a tiny opening that you can take advantage of by turning it into a hook. So hand feint, really important. And then you've got a body feint. What do I mean by a body feint? Have a little look. So there you go. Slips, ducks, rolls, all act as feints. You know, they're good defences, it's proactive defence as well. But they all act as a feint, a trigger to get the opponent to throw something. And you're shifting your head off the centre line. Then you throw your shots. Watch this. Right, so there's 3 feints. What happens if we combine them all? You don't just mix it with one. You can actually combine a foot feint with a hand feint, foot feint with a body feint. It really makes it really dynamic. And that might look something like this. So lots of energy, dynamic. You know, you have to put a lot in. That's fine. You know, you don't have to do it for the whole round. You can do recovery. But look, if, you know, this is the reason why if you're just doing this for fitness, it's really good to do feints because it takes more energy and you get a better workout. If you're doing it for competition, then clearly, you know, triggering an opponent and being hard to hit and being able to initiate engagement with the opponent is a really key fight winning tactic. So there you go, lots of work, you know, really dynamic, shifting position. So 3 types of feints. Watch this. This is me not doing any feints. Sorry, put myself to sleep there. How dull and uninteresting was that? It may have looked pretty. Forget pretty. We want effective, right? So, and I'll be honest with you, that was so difficult for me to do that bit of shadow boxing without doing any feints. It was really difficult. It took a lot of concentration to not feint. That's because it's been ingrained in me from a really early age to constantly have that ability to feint and slip and move. You know, so don't fall into the trap of just being pretty. Be effective. Boxing is a pressure business. If you're not feinting, if you're not punching, you should be feinting. And if you're not feinting, you should be punching. Execute at the edge of range. That's the key zone for triggering your opponent and for using that feint. And obviously throw shots after it. Don't just fall into the trap of doing all feints. What's the point? Throw the shots after it. There we go. Don't forget, download your book, The Beginner Boxer Toolkit. Otherwise, my name's Fran Sands. I would love to have your thoughts on this one. I hope you found it interesting and insightful and it'll give you something to work on. Look after yourself and I will see you soon.